Hi everyone, welcome to Aceoflight.tarot. So I haven't been on in a while and I'm sorry about that. I was just doing having my own evolution. Well, sorry, not sorry. I had to take care of me. You already know how that goes, but I wanted to give a gift to everybody who's kind of been out there and I haven't been on in a while. I'll be doing personal reads. I know that's crazy. I have to go down to only 4 a day because it takes a lot on me energetically. I'm evolving and gifts are unlocking. So that's the first thing. If you're a previous client, it's 45. If you're a new client, it's going to be 55. Um, and I'll have some stuff posted on my Instagram. So if you see me here on YouTube and you're finding me, just follow me on Instagram. My information will be below. As well as some new beautiful things that are happening, and you guys will see as the new year approaches. I'm super excited about it. I'll be having some another cool thing that'll be happening is you'll see like Zooms popping up for different things that I'll be doing. I'm gonna do different Zooms on shadow work, figuring out your intuitive gifts, intuitive tarot, where people would just be able to like come on. Each meeting will vary in cost. Trying to make it equitable and as affordable as possible. I do believe that the teacher shows up when the student is ready, and I believe that the student is ready when the teacher shows up. Okay, so I'm interested to be both the student and the teacher in whatever Zoom that I post, and a lot of people are ascending, so I'm super excited about that. And a lot of people are so intuitive and they're just playing with their gifts, and so it's a beautiful thing when you're unlocking yourself and different things are happening in your life and you find other people around you who are like you. That's super exciting. Closing old chapters. I got a lot before I even started, a lot of channel messages where people were like cutting people off. And it wasn't like a negative thing, like a cord, it was like a clean cord cut. Like, yeah, I'm choosing me. And it looks really good. Um, it looks really good. Unfortunately, it doesn't feel as good. So I was like, you know what? Let me do a reading for the collective. Each obviously like for everybody in each sign. And so I'm gonna pick a few cards. I'm just gonna go in, take what resonates, leave what does not. Please tell me in the comments, like you can leave some comments and let me know what kind of like Zoom readings or different conversations you would like to take part in or things, topics, anything like that. I'm super open to that. DM me on Instagram if you're not already my friend. I would love that. So let me go right into it. Let's just get it started with Aries. Before I go, let me pray. Thank you, Father God. Thank you for the gifts, the love, the divination. May all the messages that you have for all the sun signs come through for their sun, rising, moon, and the sun, rising. Oh, I'm tongue twisted. So a lot of people are not speaking the truth. I'm sorry. I start channeling and I just start bugging. Let me get back to the prayer. So thank you, Father God. Thank you for the gifts, the love, and the divination. May all the messages that you have for all the signs, sun, moon, and rising come through with the best and highest intention for the love and good of all. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Okay, I see sharks in reverse. Okay, Aries. All right. Library, let's take control of your narrative. Okay, so off the rip, I feel like there's something that you're paying attention to, Aries. I feel like you're going back to different situations or replaying what was in a particular relationship. It could be multiple relationships. Remember that this is collective, and so when I channel, I'm gonna go rather fast. I need you to bear with me. If you need to play it back, baby, go ahead, because I can't slow down the message, all right? So I feel like there's beautiful things off the rip. The first thing that I got was like the cutting off of different ties and taking the time to have that energy setback. I think a lot of things were confusing for you at this time. Um, there is also narcissism or something, some toxic behavior that had to stop. All right. And I think it was for you to pay attention to. A lot with the intuition. And I feel like there was a lot of growth and you became a little stagnant going into situations and people coming up. I feel like this retrograde, if you were an Aries, you were met with a lot of decisions where your intuition was showing you, illuminating for you. And I feel like you held space for different situations. And now it's time for you to rewrite the story. It's almost like people had held on to the version of you before, holding on to old versions of you, and you had evolved and you were like, oh, you're still there, right? Like And I love that for Aries because I get it as an Aries, like I completely get that. And it's like time to write my own story. It's almost like you could have been feeling pressured to show up in old ways. And so there's a forgiveness with that, with nostalgia being in reverse. It's like we can't go backwards. So I think that there's a lot of forgiveness that was coming through this situation, whether this was a relationship or friendships. I don't know why I'm feeling so intensely. This was like a big thing for you, Aries. Like you were having multiple different relationships or multiple things that you had revisited. If it wasn't in physicality where people were actually coming into your life, it was you going back to different frames of mind, wounds that had hurt you, or situations or relationships, and being like, damn, was it really that bad? Did I really just, what does life look like now that I chose me? And I think that we are in, it's almost, I like to compare it to like a stone being like, a stone shiner, where you like put the stones in and you're like polishing them and you're rolling the thing and like you don't know what's happening, right? Like the stone, pretend that you're a stone and not knowing what's happening. And in the midst of the stone just going and going and going and going and going, you're like, oh, I can't wait to see it's done. Like, I can't wait to know what's going to happen after this. Like, I need to know what's going to happen after this. I don't feel like myself. This is too much. This is too much happening. So a multitude of personal things could have been happening in your life and not being able to see like how things were going to turn out in Aries. Like, I just want to say first and foremost, like life is a lesson, and that like I feel like you are definitely taking control of what it means, finding where the power is in yourself, Aries. So that's beautiful. Definitely kudos to you for walking away from those situations that weren't serving you. And it's okay to revisit them, even because it feels familiar, right? And showing up as the new you. And I think that's actually really hard. Wow, this is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let me get some more. Let's get some more. Okay. I love it. It's so crazy when I'm recording. I think it is me talking to myself, but I'm definitely just trusting universe, knowing that the process, like you're in the process of it. I love that, Aries. Like things are unfolding like they're for your best and highest good, compassion for yourself in those situations, leaving it up to, the surrender to the divine. Like, yeah, I work through all these things. Yeah, I know who I am. I know how this shows up. I know who the fuck I am, and I'm claiming everything in abundance. I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm capable of manifesting, what is happening. And I think that timeout could be that Aries energy where it's like, we are the starters. We are the pioneers. I'm in a meeting. So ghetto here. So yeah, call her. So sorry guys, just bear with me. We're ghetto here. Um, we're just gonna call this the Hood Rats of Tarot channel. So anyway, like expecting miracles, like knowing exactly who you are, what you're capable of manifesting, um, and taking control of that narrative. Like this doesn't have to be it. This doesn't have to be the way that it goes, right? Like I'm walking in my power and I'm gonna make this be exactly how I want it to be. And if it's not gonna be that way, I know my work and I'll keep it stepping and trust that spirit's gonna provide it. All right. So transformation, this being a transformation period, the great surrender, like knowing that the things that were happening, what would feel like what was happening to you was actually happening for you, Aries. I love that. Let me see what's going on. I want to look at this relationship. All right. So I'm gonna pull out, okay. Well, little, I got a problem with collecting a lot of decks because I like versatility and I like the intuitive feeling of picking out different decks. So if you're a reader and you started just doing your thing, sorry for my lip pop, a little ghetto, but I love it. It's just me. Sorry. I am having this thing where I'm realizing that I say sorry a lot and I don't like it. I don't like it. I have to figure out why I'm doing it and kind of like get it out my system, but worth waiting for in reverse. Oh my gosh. Aries, Aries. I'm gonna have to pull your fucking card. Literally. Like, oh, I don't like this because I'm an Aries too. So trust me, whatever comes out my mouth is for me too. And I almost get that you did not want to let go of the connection because there was fear around it coming back together or it not working out, or thinking that you were actually worth that you were at. I'm in a meeting. No, downstairs, not with me. So um worth waiting for, being like, yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity and see where this goes. I'm gonna take the time to myself and like trust the journey. It's almost like wanting a relationship, wanting things to evolve into what you want them to be, and being afraid to let go of what you had because there's a part of you that said, oh, I could have held on a little longer. Like, what if they would have changed? And I feel like with that, I feel like I'm here to confirm for you, you made the right decision. You made the right decision. If you chose you made at 100% the right decision. All right. So I think that feeling like it needed to come right now, that you weren't worth the change, or they could be evolving, that had I held on a little longer, what did I do? I think there's a little guilt there. And I feel like you wanting a partner, to change, right? So remember that this is collective. So like wanting a partner to change, you could have had children with this person with the children card. It could be like, yo, I could have stood on longer for the kids. It's like, how many times were you going to sacrifice yourself? You know what I mean? Like you are worth the change, right? Or saying, oh, if I would have had kids, this would have worked out, or he or she would have loved me more. Whatever this is, Aries, you know, this is for somebody holding on to a connection. Somebody hasn't yet walked away from something because of a child, because of the dynamic of a child. I don't know who that's for. Take it as it resonates. I'm gonna just leave that there. But I feel like there's an opportunity, like you choosing how you want to be treated, and what the requirements is, what it takes to fucking connect with you, Aries, you bad motherfucking bitches. You're so fucking divine, and new passion coming in. It's coming in hot. Release your ex right there. You want that fucking new relationship. You got to get out of that energy that you fuck something up, right? By choosing you in whatever that is, right? You want that new love. You want that your hands are full. Can't grab nothing else, sis. All right. Can't grab nothing else. Hands is full. And I feel like Aries is like, I'm not putting up with this shit. I know what I deserve. I know what I'm capable of manifesting. Go fucking Aries, you bad motherfucking bitches. I love you. And I call everybody bitches, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get into this. Tell me. Yeah. So let's talk about this narrative that you're changing for you. Okay. Yeah, you have angelic support here. Like, whoever the fuck your star team is, whoever the fuck, what? So wherever, like, for those of you that have had somebody like step into spirit, or your guides, angels that have been with you since birth, the God to your understanding, you know what I mean? I want to say this is somebody who's crossed over. I'm gonna just stick with what I feel, because I can't even do that. And I feel like what it is that you want, you know exactly what you're here for. You are figuring it the fuck out. And all these people, all these relationships have illuminated that for you, have illuminated where you need to be and where you need to put that fucking energy. And I love that. It's like, I have to be able to, I feel like you want so badly to offer yourself something. There's a lot of looking back on what the things that you should have given yourself and all the people that you carried to get to the top. And I feel like that's ego, saying that you weren't worth something. You weren't worth the change. There's a lot of messages coming through. I'm sorry if I seem a little bit all over, a lot of information coming in, but what I really feel for you is that protection, that level of protection, that I'm alone. You're not really alone. This person is like offering support constantly, like guiding you to remember. And that's that intuition, because it's falling on that. I'm into numerology, and it's falling on the 22, which is like the master builder. Like, pressure makes diamonds. All right. Pressure makes diamonds, and you're doing the best you can. Star card at the bottom, knowing exactly Aquarius energy here. I love that for me. Okay, because what's for me is for you. But I think it's beautiful that, like, you have this support and you're able to step into that growth, like still carrying that. So whatever it is that you're going through, Aries, just keep pushing, because that dream, that protection, that level of support, Pisces energy here too. And Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, air energy, you have like all this support, this angelic support, to be and become the person that you came here to do. Whatever is in your contract, whatever you came here to do, you already know what the fuck that is. You just haven't fully stepped into it. And I don't know if that's fear of holding on, the idea that you're separate from this person, okay, is grief. It's motherfucking grief. How can I do this without you? I'm alone. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're not alone. You're not alone. And this is where we talk about the different spaces. I'm guiding you. Okay. Whenever you see little tarot thing right now, 3 of Swords, right? We have the 5 of Swords, but we have the choice between acceptance, all right? The choice between acceptance, like which with that two there, okay? The decision making. And you have two people, the one not recognizing that the other one is simply just a dimension, just a hair, right? Between the ethereal realms, like you are guided. And if you get out of that two a sword space, you're on the fucking journey. They're on the journey. They wanted to see what the fuck came next. You're here in this skin right now. Turn the fuck up. You know who you are. You're guided. You're protected. It's part of the journey. You wouldn't otherwise choose yourself, bitches. The universe is supporting you. Bottom of the motherfucking deck. I can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. Love and nostalgia looking back. Yeah, a lot of regrets over like that. And I'm gonna say I don't like it because I know that it means me. Man, this reading Aries is kicking my ass. Four of Cups, a lot of regret, looking back, looking to the past, like saying I can't look back at the past because every time I do it, I'm literally drunk off of misery. I'm literally so sad. It's a sadness, Aries. The sadness, it's something that you're carrying. You're walking around with it and you're not alone, man. You're so guided and protected, like everything that's working out, you choosing you, like this is all part of like trust the universe was like the first motherfucking card out, the night. You can't see the sun coming in. Like these are the moments. These are moments that are making you Aries. It's making you. The solitude is required. I haven't even seen it yet. Yeah. It's worried about money. If you're worried about money, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm gonna tell your ass right now. I can't. You worried about money? Abundance is all around you. Tap in. Tap in. Like it's around you. This is for me too. Like it's a frequency. I attract money freely. It comes to me with no effort. If you're in that mindset, like, oh, I gotta hold it, I gotta keep these, I gotta hold on to this, I gotta hold on to that. And it might not even be money. It could be you holding on to the past, not wanting to let go, knowing Cancer energy here with the High Priestess. I know I can let go. I know I could trust the journey. I just can't see through because I'm so hurt right now. And it's okay to be hurt, Aries, because ain't nothing gonna stop what's for you. Nothing in no fucking body. Nobody left you. You ain't alone. All right. I feel like you have this creative energy and you need to unlock, you need to release so that you can step fully into that. Okay. That's where I'm gonna end right there with Aries. That was Aries, that you're brilliant. Okay. You're definitely brilliant. And I just wanted to let you know I love you as a fellow Aries. You're fire. Just keep going because you have all these beautiful things coming to you. And right beyond this, you know who you are. You're stepping into your power. You're releasing connections. So you're inviting new ones. Okay. You're saying no to something and saying yes to something else. And I absolutely love that for you. Thank you, Aries. So Taurus, what's good? All right, I haven't seen you. You know, I love my bulls, man. I really do. I love the bulls because you guys get a bad rap, but I love them so bad. They're so fun. Okay. I have some juicy stuff. Let's see what's going on. I want to see what's going on for Taurus. Let's get it popping. Taurus, I love you so bad. If I haven't told you that already. Okay, Throne. I feel like somebody wants your position. Literally. Somebody wants your position. Okay. Oh, you can manifest your every wish. Okay. I feel like you are done fighting for whatever it is. It's almost like you have people in competition with you, and you're like, why are you competing with me? Like, I know who I am. Like, I'm not at this level. I love this for Taurus because Taurus is like, bitch, I'm not going to compete with you. I ain't doing this with you. Okay. Like, I ain't doing this with none of you. And I feel like it could be like, I almost feel like I have to say this for some because remember that this is collective. It could be that like you hear people like want your partner or they're hating on you. This can be in regards to work too. So, but I feel like one of the things is like you could have pulled your energy back from somebody and they were like, what happened? And then people got together and were like catty about it. And you're like, oh, I'm over it. I left that shit alone. Like I am completely elevated. And I feel like with the stars, you can manifest your every wish. It's talking about the things, your goals, and you're like very goal oriented right now. Things could be getting a lot more serious. in terms of where you want to, what happens next. You might have checked the boxes that you like before were like, how will I get here? Now you've arrived and you're like, oh, well, what now? Because you've been so goal oriented that, which is it for Taurus. I feel like you had a surge of energy where you were like, okay, now I'm going to completely focus on myself. I'm going to do whatever it is to get me to this next level. This is talking in terms of material. Okay. So I feel like in terms of there could also be something between a friend coming up for me, an argument. This could be with a fire sign, but I think that there was a discussion between the two of you and someone going another direction and you feeling like you hadn't shown up the way that you wanted to for them because you were so into you and your relationship. And I feel like there's a lot of anger on the way that things ended. All right. It could have been that like you were so focused on yourself, you needed to take care of you. And I want to just put this out there, understand that when we have cutoffs or disconnects, and I don't really believe in that, when there's times where like people are focused on themselves and you're focused on yourselves or you're not talking because of a situation, trust and know that's for the highest good. Not every cycle in your life is going to be with the same people. And it takes us to have those like moments where we're like separated, where like one person needs to get a lesson or needs to fully take the time that it takes to build themselves up to be in a position where they can come back. People have done the work. And by done the work, I mean, not just like the healing, but like have gotten the lessons or things that they needed to acquire in order for the next chapter to begin. So it's like two people meeting, having different cycles to have gone through and coming back together. So that is the kickoff of your motherfucking reading. Okay. Let's go. So what else do we have here? For my Taurus. That blew out. Yes, in reverse. Courage and bravery. I feel like this takes you picking up your sword and standing up for yourself. I also feel like you are doing the best that you can. You're for some reason you might feel like you're not getting information. You're not getting the information because you're clouded by things. I think a lot of the things that people were saying about you does affect you. And you don't understand why you were the topic of discussion. And Taurus, that's normal, right? Like the first step to like getting clarity on situations and being like, um, getting clarity or walking into, I feel like this is for some for work. Remember that it's collective. I have to say this, walking into work environments where you don't feel the same way about things anymore or connections and being honest and authentically as you are. I feel like you have a certain level of protection there. But I do think that you block off your intuition when you get on their level. Okay. So like if you choose to go on that level and be like, bitch, da, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying don't. Okay. Sometimes the only thing people understand is when you get there with them, right? I get it. I am not judging. You know, I love my Tauruses because I understand. I feel like you could feel blocked off, and it could be a lot of your wounds telling you that, like, you're not, you said something wrong or you did something wrong, or I feel like it takes courage and bravery to show back up in a situation and say, okay, let's have another look at it. Let's have another look at it. Let's approach this differently. Um, let's approach this differently. And I feel like you that higher guidance that is needed right now, I have to tell you as an earth sign, like Taurus, if I give you anything from this fucking reading, please ground. I feel like the self that people think self-care is like, oh, I'm gonna get a massage or I'm gonna, I'm gonna drop this on myself or I'm gonna do that. I feel like you're doing a lot for other people and you need to put a pause on that in terms of you need to put a pause on that because I feel like you need a walk. You need to ground that energy, whether that is in meditation or whatever, because whoever this is for is highly intuitive. And I think that when you get to those spaces where you hear it, where you're worried about like how people are receiving you, what they're saying about you, if you said something wrong, you have a lot of guilt on or wounds regarding a situation, it's time for you to just ground that energy and remember who you are and how you show up and how valuable you are to connection. And again, remember that like there's an exit for an entrance. Okay, there's an exit for an entrance everywhere. There's, you know what I'm saying? Where there's a closed door, there's a window. And excuse me, yes, I'm burping on camera. All right, I'm a human being. Um, that's my inner critic. Sorry, y'all. But let's get into it. Let's see what's going on with them with the conversations with people where it says thrones, like somebody wanting your position. Oh yeah, somebody is talking crazy shit. You could have said something, Taurus, This could be for you or whoever I'm talking about. And I feel like you could have said something that was so brutally honest to somebody, or from a hurt space, from a perspective. And this could be somebody that really looks up to you and really admires or what you say. And you could have said this, and like it could have been from a hurt space. It was 100% honest. I have to say that it was 100% honest, but it wasn't, it not, it's, I'm not sugarcoating shit. I just don't do it. Say what you mean what you say, don't say it mean. Okay. I feel like it could have been better delivery on something that was said. But I feel like with this Queen of Swords energy, it's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, even if you're fucking bleeding. Okay. Like literally with the blood on you. Like, I'm gonna tell you what it is. And this person is like, I want to acquire this kind of knowledge. Like, I want this friendship, I want this to work. And instead of just telling you, how badly it hurt them, because they recognize it. Whoever this is knew that it was coming from a wounded space. Like when you said that, it was real, but it was definitely like there was something underlying that was there. Could have been somebody, a Gemini, could have been a Gemini, somebody that you wanted to be close to. It could also be that somebody that you were interested in. Okay. Someone that you were interested in terms of a relationship, or somebody. There's so many stories going on here. Could be so many stories, but like, I feel like you didn't understand with that Eight of Swords. It was just like getting, not fully getting the whole story, right? And like not understanding why things had fell apart. And so like when you did have that conversation, when you do have these conversations, being honest could have been like, yeah, well, if you had talked to me about before you fucked up, right? Like, and it could be that. And sometimes it's because we're not giving ourselves that compassion. We're not grounding. All right. Pisces energy here, having a lot of love. And I feel like this can be with the Pisces too. So having a lot of love for this person, knowing that you have a lot of love, knowing exactly how you love and who you're willing to give it to. I feel like there's a lot of things that you did not see, right? And so it called for a change on the number 5. I'm big in numerology. You guys already know that. But it caused for a huge shift in your relationship for this person. Um, I feel like there's a way, Aries energy here with the Emperor. I feel like there was a way that this person could have felt like you were trying to control the situation or control the outcome. All right. I feel like you're carrying a lot. Hang on one second. Mm, I I'm gonna be honest here with this King of Swords. I feel like there's a lot that you could say, and you want to say, it's almost like you don't have the words yet, and you want to work on things. You know that there's abundance and richness in these connections, whatever the connection is that you have like worked on. But I feel like it's time and space. It's like trusting things to like work out, and for them like to continue to work on yourself and ground that energy and just focus on that. This is also in too for somebody who's working on building something financially, because you have the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom, the 8 of Pentacles here. This is in terms of work. Like this could also be like feeling like you chose work or chose to like focus on yourself. And like I said from the beginning, and it really caused a damper. Like if I would have just been there or been a little bit less, been more honest about what I was experiencing and what my goals are, I wouldn't hurt this person. And I feel like you're blocking yourself with that guilt there. Okay. You're not able to get the clear guidance and remember who you are and how you show up in this person's life. Yep. With that 2 of Pentacles, really confused. Like not knowing, like, what was I supposed to do? Like worry about this person's feelings or get in my bag. And it's like, you can't do that. Okay. And it's like right now things seemed kind of difficult with the morning card there, but you don't see, Taurus, the beauty of the space and time between relationships. Oh, I said relationships. So it could be you have multiple Queen of Cups, Princess of Cups. Yeah, someone's afraid they got left, that they're gonna get left, like the relationship. It could be you, Taurus. Like I said this and this was fucked up and I knew better and this person looks up to me and I might have hurt them with what I said. But I feel like somebody was being dishonest. And so someone was not being honest. And sometimes you gotta someone was not being honest about their true feelings or afraid to say how they felt. So they just said whatever and everybody kept it moving with that Chariot card. And with the Chariot card being on the bottom, could be with the Cancer as well. Like you're moving forward. All right. This person's definitely highly intuitive too. Okay. With the Seven of Cups, it's like the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, like the choices, like, oh, I had multiple choices. I could have said this to this person. I could have said that to this person, Taurus, but whatever you needed to say, this person has been, in repeatedly in your lifetime. All right. You can't mess up relationships that are for you. All right. So my advice to you is time and space. Time and space will give you the clarity that you need and some grounding. Attraction, you attract. I feel like you're stressed out of, you could be stressed out about a lot. I feel like you need to be honest about what it is that you're truly experiencing, because you're the one literally caging yourself mentally when you think about the situation and beating yourself up about how you could be showing up in your relationships. But I think, Taurus, that you're really truly a beautiful soul. And the people that are typically in your life have been in your life for a long time and typically stay around for a long time because it's just what it is. In from my understanding from the Tauruses that are in my life. And I don't think that you lose the people that are for you. Okay. And sometimes people have to exit for people to enter. So what I could say there, Taurus, is to keep going, keep loving on you, do the best that you can. You are absolutely brilliant and beautiful, and you are allowed to have bad days. And you're allowed to have good days. Just be you. Thank you. Gemini, what the fuck is good? Love you. So at the bottom of the deck, I haven't started reading My Palo Santo is like burning crazy. It's like, let's clear some of this shit out. All right, let's clear some of this shit out. But I love it. So it's Gemini energy at the bottom of the deck. Let's get it popping. Let's see. Before I even go in, Gemini, I'm gonna start off. Let's get the narrative. Let's see what's going on for you. What's going on for the Gem? Whoa, 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 whoa! My cards are flying. I'm taking that one. The one that's upside, upside. But I don't think it's time to fight anymore. I think you're done fighting. I think you're done fighting. I think you're done fighting in the relationships in your life. I think a lot, this could be, I'm gonna be straightforward. I think that there was some narcissism, some people in your life and this was the narrative that I had gotten if you watch the beginning of the video. And it was talking about cutoffs, okay? But I feel like you know exactly where it is that you want to go. I feel like you had moved away from a situation and chose yourself, and you're uncertain of where things will go. I feel like you're just done fighting and there's some avoidance. I'm gonna just call it out. And I feel like you're trying to make the change. This could be with like cutting hair, changing, how you dress, changing your appearance because you want so badly to change. And I get that. I get that. I get that. This is really beautiful. This is a lot that I'm channeling right now. Whoever this is very specific, but like needing to move forward and feel better about yourself because whatever the situation was that you were dealing with, it could also be that you are now with friends. All right. So you left a situation and ended up being with friends or family. But I do feel like it's really important that you remember who you are and that you're honest. I feel like you are second thinking about how your decision affected someone else and what it could do, but you had to do what the fuck you needed to do. All right. So Gemini, I get it, and I'm sending you super duper love because it takes a lot to walk away from situations and just choose yourself and be like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And so the confidence comes with the new person that you're evolving to. There's this evolution thing that you're doing, where you've gone through so much and you know exactly what it is you're capable of. It's like you felt the highs. It's like you've had the highs, you've had the lows, and you're like, yeah, I'm not there anymore. Like I don't, this seat is reserved for me and I just need to think and I need some clarity. And there's some not understanding why things had gone, but it's something about trusting the path and just making the change that you need. And whatever it takes for you to get there, that's fine. Whatever it takes for you to get there. I feel like there's some emotional fulfillment on the journey. And you knew like, okay, this is what I'm experiencing right now. It's Gemini, it's beautiful because you understand fully where it is that you're going. And in relationships, this could be like you taking the opportunity to go on a journey to be proud of yourself because you want to fulfill your full potential. You know that you need to celebrate you, and you know you can take all the bad things and that the beautiful things. This person, whoever this was, completely lied. They were a motherfucker. And I think that you're like, yeah, I'm done. I'm holding this. I'm gonna do whatever changes that are necessary for me to move forward. And I need to have the confidence that I can do it. And I feel like there's a lot of second guessing there because even though they hurt you, you don't want to hurt them. Cards are all flying on the floor. You gotta excuse me. I'm not doing anything crazy under this list, I swear. But I feel like there's an opportunity. Things seem a little weird. And so you're going back and forth. This could be like you had things invested with this person financially, not really certain where things were going to go. Tell me about, wait, it's, sorry, my desk is like in a slant. It's making a crazy ass side effect. Just pretend that it's an advertisement. So I feel like you want something to offer. I feel like you're recognizing how much you have to offer, how much you gave to the situation. Something tells me that you're like beating yourself up because you're like, oh, I gave and I gave and I gave and it wasn't enough for this person. No, 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 no. You are always good. All right. You are always good. The morning, like all you got to do is remember the morning. Remember that the best thing that we ever were given, the greatest gift is one day after the next. All right. One day after the next. All right. And I feel like there's a lot worrying about money. How you're going to get things together. How do you start a new life? How do you move forward on the journey? Okay. But you're going, you took the first steps, Gemini. You are going, you are doing the fucking best that you can. All right. Leo energy here with the strength card and the sun. Like if you just hang on, that joy, remember the joy that you have, double Leo energy here. Um, and finding your joy in yourself, what changes you want to make, manifesting and trusting the journey, the new you that is emerging. All right. The new you that's coming out is beautiful. It's somebody that chooses themselves. And even though it gets confusing, but that Two of Swords energy, you know exactly what it is that you deserve. Okay. I feel like this time you need to spend a lot of time, Virgo energy here too, the Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles, like absolutely understanding the time. There's a solitude component, um, understanding the time and space that it takes for you to become who it is that you want to be and that you are infinitely abundant. I think this is a new journey, something more stable, something more long term, a lot more money. Let's take a look at your relationships. Something just told me like, yo, literally relationships, relationships, relationships. Let me see their relationships. Wait, so what's going on with their relationships? No, relationships. Self-acceptance, take charge and action, raise your vibration. You could be worried about whether or not you're enough for the people around you, or if you're doing enough. Cut the cords, vulnerability and freedom, being honest with the things that you're experiencing as you're experiencing them. When you're taking that space to yourself, being honest and say, hey, I'm not in a good space today. This is what I'm feeling. And not expecting them to work it out for you, but just being honest, like I'm taking the time and space. And you're not even required to fucking say that. Okay. You're not even required to say that. I feel like, yeah, money, worried about money, knowing that you deserve love. I also feel like it's an opportunity for you to keep an open mind and start flirting with different people. I mean, it's not harmful to just have someone to talk to, okay, that makes you feel good. And to stay optimistic about your love life. That's there. It's calling to for you to have trust, but the cord cut's got to come because you can walk away from something, and that could be a lot of the guilt that you're holding in that dynamic, Gemini. I think that you need a cord cut. So I don't know if you're familiar with that. That could be one of the Zooms that I put out, specifically about cord cutting and what it means. A lot of people have no idea how many different ways you can cord cut, cord cutting, the energetic attachment that we have to other people, whether we are with them or not. We're all connected. And so like you can feel someone, especially if you've been intimate with them, or not. But specifically, if you have had a sexual energetic exchange, you're going to definitely feel this person. But my advice for you, Gemini, is to remember who you are and how beautiful you are and how much worth you are, and not to worry so much because all the circumstances are being fashioned for you. So thank you, Gemini. And if you would like a personal reading, my information is there. So hit me up. Love it. Hi, Cancer. What's good? You know, I love you, fellow Cancers, because I am a Cancer rising. We don't know. Yeah, we know. But let's see what's going on for Cancer. Cancer, what do we have? Ooh, wow. Ooh. There's something here that says to me that like, wow. Oh. I feel like there's a lot of, okay, I think that there's a lot of, I'm going to be honest with you, Cancer. I feel like there's a lot of criticism on your part for yourself. I think that a lot of people have hurt you when you are in a fucking show. Okay, that I'm just gonna call it out. I feel like you are just letting the narrative, there's victim mode going on. Just like I hate these kinds of like messages because I want to be honest and I have to be honest and authentic. And I just feel like you are allowing other people to kind of tell you what your story is or abuse you. And I don't like that for you at all. I feel like there's a part of you that just says there's no looking back, there's no hope for the situation. Um, you also there's avoidance here. So the good part of the reading is that like you're not wanting to fight other people. You're not wanting to fight other people. Um, and you're wanting to have more like a balance and honesty come through. But I feel like it's almost like if I just be what everybody wants me to be, then nothing bad will happen. Okay. And I think that it's important that you're not beating yourself up or judging other people for the way that they are. And it's not your responsibility. I'm not saying that it's your responsibility to care about what other people are feeling or experiencing, but when you love someone, there's a lot of exchange. Like you have to think about this readings for me too. Ugh. Okay. It usually is too, but like remembering that other people are experiencing their own things and we may not always have the right, we may not feel like we have the right words. And I think that's good that you're not saying anything as to not rock the boat, but I also feel like you should be honest, honesty and communication. Okay. Yeah, you should be honest with what you're experiencing and how you're experiencing it and opening up about things that aren't working. And I feel like you decided that the relationships in your life were not worth like not worth being honest. It's almost to not rock the boat. But I feel like whatever support that you're going through right now, I feel like the silence or if there was a break off in a relationship or a pause there, I feel like it's an opportunity for you to change and to really be honest in relationships and take the opportunity and time to really reflect and work on you and ask for what it is that you would like to receive from others and from yourself. I feel like Cancer, you give so much of yourself and you're like running yourself ragged to be enough and you're already enough. And so those are hard reads for me because I completely can identify with this reading. So like you're doing a lot you're doing a lot to be enough, and so you're not saying what it is that you want to say as to not rock the boat. Friendship and union at the bottom, this could be in terms of a relationship or friends or people around you, and it's like you rather just keep shit to yourself than just say what it is that's really affecting you and how you're feeling. um and that's not always the healthiest, but I get why based on the energy in this reading. I feel like this is also in terms of money. All right. Like you've decided that like, oh, money is just what it is. And I feel like not knowing, it's almost like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like, what do I do to do this? What do I do to do that? To get this paid or this has got to get paid. And I feel like you just have a lot coming at you right now. And I feel like there's a lot of past decisions that you had made that you're beating yourself up for, or someone reminding you, and this could be a husband, significant other, all right, family, people in your family telling you like, hey, you could have did this better financially, you could have do that. And you're like, oh man, like when am I going to catch a break? All right. But what you're not seeing is that there's an abundance coming. Okay. If you could just step in, with that 10 of cups there, step into remembering that you are the true abundance, like nothing, this is all material. It's all part of the illusion that like, we all make mistakes. We're not all 100% perfect. And if you just put your energy into where it is that you would like to manifest or where you want to put that money, like you're not seeing your true potential or using your full potential to be in that abundant state. So, change. Yeah. I feel like you have a lot of creativity, a lot of things that in endeavors or ways of getting money, and you're just not, you're the Empress. At the bottom of the deck, you have everything. There's also some form, I have to say this too, if this is in terms of connection. Sorry, y'all, my shoulder itching. It could have felt like you lost someone's love, and that's why you're not rocking the boat. You feel like you did, and you did a lot. You're wrapping yourself in guilt. You're wrapping yourself in guilt. Okay. Understand that love and money, for me at least, is on the same frequency, like that abundance, right? Like wanting to move forward from something that you had done and feeling like if I don't talk about it, then people will just forget what I did, right? This is also talking about financial security, and I can just work on things, right? I can just get better. And I love that for you, Cancer, like the optimism. Okay, like knowing that Nine of Pentacles, like you are truly abundant. Like I can get back to being who they want me to be. Oh, that's so sad. You are enough, Cancer. We all make errors. We all like listen, we all make error, okay? We all make errors, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like we all make errors, and that's okay. The Lover's card there, like ask and receive, wanting to be loved, wanting something exciting, wanting financial stability. Like you can have all these things. You just got to forgive yourself, all right? And forgive other people. You know, we all have, when it says think before you judge, I think this really comes from you, all right? Like remembering your love, Cancerian energy, and what you have to offer, and that it's greater than the love that you have, and the love that you give to connection is exceeding where your shortcomings are. And if you could just remember that, Cancer, you'll be fine. You just got to remember who you are and what you bring to connections and the lives of people that love you. Okay. Like people are just naturally fucking nasty. And so I feel like raising your vibration, like really getting back to you, give your relationship a chance, came up. Yeah, like don't decide that this could be the one. New wedding, new love, maybe a new opportunity to look at a situation differently, or a new love coming in. And I think that the sooner that you forgive yourself, the minute that you just take a second and remember who you are, and that the things and feelings that you have are valid, but you shouldn't be looking for another person to give you that forgiveness. It has to come from self first. Okay. So Cancer, I love this for you. I love the growth. I love the growth, and I love it's almost the intuitiveness, and like, okay, I know I did these things wrong, and I can see where I went wrong, and this can be this, but keep that opportunity, keep that open mind, because you are doing, sorry for the background, but keep that open mind and just continue to push forward, and know that you are capable of doing the healing and capable of doing the work. Don't let the sadness or all the things that you're facing and the things that you did hold you captive to that narrative. Don't do it. Don't do it, sis. You are the bomb. You're beautiful. Just keep going and showing up authentically. So thank you, Cancer. If you would like a personal reading, could just hit me up. Hi, Leo. What's going on? All right, let's get the tea. What's going on for Leo? See what's going on for right. I feel like Leo, you are in a stale space right now. What is going on? Okay. Before you judge, paint the sun back into your own sky. I think there's some sadness going on, Leo. I think like you're not really standing up for yourself or setting any expectations, which is a good thing, because sometimes you don't need to, right? It's almost like put down your sword. I don't need to fight anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to set expectations, because when I have expectations, I'm kind of disappointed. And I also feel that I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you're putting your happiness in the hands of other people. Okay. And I feel like with paint the sun back into your sky, it's about thinking about, not trying to figure out why people are the way they are, but why you are being the way you are. Like a better understanding of self and what it is that you truly want for you. Okay. What is it that you want to manifest? What it is that you're working toward? What it is that's good for you, and not setting the expectations. This is talking about money and divine timing, and the things that had occurred being important for your personal transformation. Like the reasons why things came apart is for an opportunity for you to have a second look and really address the things that you weren't willing to look at, because you were, divine timing, like trusting divine time, that everything happens for a reason, that it's working out, strength and guidance, like you're getting those messages from your higher self, needing to do the work on yourself and forgive yourself for, heal yourself from the things, because it's being brought into the relationships around you, manifesting the abundance and the, I want to say, stability back into your life. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, my cards are like jumping. Okay, Leo. What is going on here? What do we have? I feel like there's a situation where you feel like you were forgotten or left, or you weren't making enough, right? You weren't making enough. I feel like you're just going with the flows, and you feel like the world is kind of burning up around you. Yeah, this is talking about not wanting to let go, not wanting to let go, Aries energy. All right, King of Swords. Yeah, not wanting to let go, or something that was said, or thinking about something that was said that could have been said differently. Okay, it could have been a better exchange. Having more patience with yourself, having more patience with yourself and the things that you want to come in, like knowing that, you know, you having something to offer, you wanting to offer somebody something and not taking care of yourself isn't going to change the situation. It's about really investing and working on yourself truly. Let me open that. All right. The star card, it's talking about beautiful things being uncovered for you and following the journey. Aquarius energy here, following and trusting the journey that everything that you want does unfold. Aries Leo energy at the bottom of the deck, not wanting to work on, not, yeah, I feel like you're avoiding the work. I don't know why. Maybe it hurts too much. Maybe internal conversations that you're having with yourself when you look at something, you might be being very mean to yourself. So, yeah, there was some lying and some deception here. Um, There was some lying and deception here. It's like somebody thought that they were happy or they needed to protect themselves. Tell me about through the work. Yeah, I feel like right now it just seems like everything's really dark. Leo, this is a really heavy energy. What is going on? Yeah, this is talking about do the work. This is talking about money and working on yourself and counting your blessings. All right, being honest and not looking at everything that had gone wrong. Okay. Not not looking at everything that has gone wrong. I feel like you're really doing a number on yourself, Leo. What's up? Tell me about strength and guidance. Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of love, a lot of passion here, for what it is that you want and what it is that you're hoping to manifest. There is a match here coming through for you. Tell me about love. Let me see what's going on. Leo, this is such a heavy energy. I'm sorry. Like it's a honeymoon. Enjoy this. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Love yourself first. Yeah, nothing can come. Nothing's gonna work. Pay attention to the red flags. See, the signs are cautioning you. They're telling you to stop. Okay? They're telling you, nah, this is not it. Engagement here. Release your ex. Finances and career are affecting your love life right now. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So it's time to let things go. If you were trying to manifest a career and all that stuff, you cannot be plating everything together. Like Leo, my advice is like you're literally looking at everything in its totality and you're like, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And you need to take a second and kind of just like reprogram yourself to be more focused on you and really love yourself first, to call in a lot of people are like, oh, I want a soulmate, I want a soulmate, I want a soulmate. Yeah, you're manifesting that. You're manifesting a soulmate, but you're not doing the work internally to manifest a partner that really sees you and authentically loves you too, because you're not authentically loving you and accepting yourself for the decisions that you made in prior connections or releasing. If your hand is full, you can't get the new connection. I mean, for advice for Leo, I want to give you guys some advice because this is a really heavy reading. Collective. This is collective. Please take what resonates. Where have you been separating yourself or pushing others in the world? Where are you being called to serve and support? So focus more on what you can give yourself and what you can give people, um authentically, rather than pursuing the bad things about, you know, focusing on all the bad parts of yourself and embrace it instead of judging it. You know, that's my advice for Leo. This was a really heavy reading. Um, this was a really heavy reading. So Leo, if you want a personal read, just reach out to me. This was heavy. So I'm here, you know, reach out to me for a personal reading. Thank you.